Very good morning to you and thanks for joining us. First, just a broad thought from you about this plan by the government to ban junk food advertising.
Good morning and thank you for having me. Well, we certainly, as the Heart and Stroke Foundation, support this initiative for the reason that we have such a huge problem of obesity and overweight states in our children, especially children and young adults in South Africa. And we know that a healthy diet is essential for a healthy life. And one of the things that we also know, we have sufficient scientific evidence to show that unhealthy diets and overweight or obese state, these are risk factors for developing diseases of lifestyle. So we're talking about diseases like heart disease, stroke, diabetes, and cancer. And more we're seeing this in young adults and even children as well. So absolutely we should be looking at what our children are eating.
But how can banning advertising help to change people's lifestyles?
Well, if you look at advertising to children, in particular here in South Africa, the advertising that is around and the promotions that's around food specifically, that's marketed to children, are mainly unhealthy products. And you will find that children are more easily influenced by these promotions. They are vulnerable. And so as a result, they don't have the knowledge, neither do they have the willpower to be able to say no. I mean, we as adults find it difficult, we are tempted, so it's even worse with children.
Raising this question because when you drive around our urban areas, our big cities, all over you see the big signs on, not just on advertising boards, your billboards, but just, you get the big banners around, you see for all the fast foods. I'm just wondering how effective this campaign would be. Shouldn't your foundation be focusing on other channels and other platforms to talk to us as adults and us as families about healthy eating?
Yes, we should be doing that as well, and we do that, absolutely. Adults play a huge role, and as individuals we have the responsibility to take care of our children and as well as ourselves. But if you consider the environment we live in, you yourself talking about being surrounded by advertising, billboards and things like that. Now, we live in an environment that's called obesogenic. That means that the promotions are tempting us to make unhealthier choices. We also find that processed foods, which are high in the unhealthy fats, the saturated fats, lots of sugar, lots of salt, that is more easily accessible and available to us, and also more affordable. And more and more we're eating more of that processed foods. The fast foods, fast food outlets are selling us the unhealthy foods. So it is difficult for us as individuals only to make the good choice when the environment does not enable us to make that healthy choice easily.
Thank you very much. That's Vash Mungal-Singh, CEO for the Heart and Stroke Foundation, live from our Cape Town studio. Thank you very much for joining us.
News that moves. eNCA.com.